I'm Kronicz from the most extreme wrestling. And this is Sophie on my notes page. I'm wearing this shirt, this Cole shirt. It happens to be red because Cole was wearing red and Cena was wearing red because red is like the new color. Ooh. And I saw the flood of YouTube videos doing the WrestleMania reviews. I didn't do one because I didn't get to see WrestleMania. It sucked. So Raw starts off and we hear JR's voice and I'm like, JR again? You know, he said he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania, acting like he was going to be done. You should have known he was going to be there. And he was there. Why? Because obviously they had to have somebody commentate. But I was kind of confused as to why they didn't have Josh Matthews and the other guy or whatever calling it. But no, they had like SmackDown people on there and they had JR on there. And I was just kind of confused. But Triple H comes out and it's just like 2000, 2001. We get the 20-minute long talk with Triple H and I'm just like, oh my god, so freaking boring. But then a savior came, and his name was Cole, and he went to the coal miner's booth, and they was going to do a match with, let's see, he's like, what's his face? Jerry the King Lawler, he's like, let's have a rematch, and King's like, oh, I'm not ready to have a match, but I got my elbow pads on, and my wristband, and I got all my gear on, you know, but I didn't know I was going to have a match. Jack Swagger comes out, and man, they're like pushing Jack Swagger. He's like been on like every Raw forever. It's amazing. But he's in this weird storyline which is still going on. But Cole wasn't in the match. He got in his little deal. Even though he had his whole outfit on and everything. And then some SmackDown people had a match and the lines are getting so blurred. I don't understand. They're supposed to be two different shows. You know, they had that draft lottery with Vince McMahon and Ric Flair in like 2002 and split the rosters, and now they're all together, except on SmackDown, it's just SmackDown guys, but on Raw, they're SmackDown guys on Raw. It's really freaking confusing. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and brings a bunch of guys that look like a bunch of doofuses. There's one guy that looked like Edge with long blonde hair, and I said, that guy looks like a freaking moron with his long blonde hair. And then they said that WrestleMania was in 20 languages. And I thought, that's weird, because there's only 2 announce tables. Well, I guess 3, because you have Raw, SmackDown, and then the Spanish announce table. And I'm pretty sure that Undertaker and Triple H broke all 3 of those. Why wasn't there 17 more tables? There should have been 17 tables. If they got 20 languages, there should be 20 announce tables. It makes perfect sense. They could be all around the ring, and they could have just broke this one, broke that one, broke that one, broke all of them. You're going to not represent, like, you know, Portuguese and all the other 20 languages that there are in the entire universe? That's just not right. Because WrestleMania, it's like a worldwide thing. It's shown in all these countries, but it's only taking place in America. Then Del Rio comes out without a car. And I'm like, Del Rio has came out in like almost a different car every time. Or maybe that's just me. We know that's not the same car. I mean, he rents it because he's got money, right? Well, Edge broke his car. He hit it with a sledgehammer at WrestleMania. Why couldn't he just go out and get another rent-a-car? But, you know, storyline, whatever. Okay. Vicky Guerrero comes out. Dolph Ziggler comes out. I guess this feud is still going on, but there's no Snooki. And Trish Stratus is coming out, and I'm like, I thought Trish Stratus was only going to do this match for WrestleMania, and then she started wrestling every night on Raw, and then WrestleMania was over, and she's still back. So is she returned? She's back forever? She's going to be in Divas matches? I don't understand. I mean, maybe it's just the blowover from WrestleMania, but the feud's still going on, and I just don't get it. And Booker T's announcing SmackDown on there again. I don't understand. And then Mr. Straight to DVD Sheamus comes out with Captain Boring Ass. What's his name? Daniel Bryan. Oh yeah, that guy. You know, it's like they purposely put that on a dark match. Because all the people who were like, oh, I hated WrestleMania sucked. They did that on purpose. Because they know that you want to see that match so bad that you will go out and buy the DVD just so you can see Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. It's just for you. You're going to go out. You already bought the $50 pay-per-view, but no, you're going to go buy the $20, no, maybe the $24 Blu-ray version. Just to see that one match, the dark match. You'll have to click on special features. You can't even watch the program. You have to go to the special features where they got like bloopers and outtakes and stuff and see the hilarious Daniel Bryan match. I'm sorry I have to talk so much crap about Daniel Bryan, but somebody has to because Crystal, she couldn't be here with me right now, so it's just me, Kronicz, and I have to spill out all the heat and wear the coal miner shirt because she's the biggest coal miner of all, but, you know, I'm also a coal miner, but I just got to do everything. Now, where am I? Oh, they did get a pop, though. Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, they did get a pop. There was some clapping, there was some Daniel Bryan chants, but I think it was good strategy because I don't think they would have clapped like that unless they would have took him off because you had to get everybody pissed and like, oh, I got to see him and everything. I forgot to do when Dolph Ziggler came out. Dolph Ziggler! Awesome hair. Next. Oh, Sheamus was out there and then Sin Cara came out. And Sin Cara was really cool and he did this move. And it was beautiful. He flew through the air with such grace. Oh, it was just cool. He really impressed me. And he didn't even do anything that was worthy of appearing on Botchamania. So, good job, dude. And I'm thinking, where's Awesome Kong? Because I made a prediction on my YouTube wall that Awesome Kong would debut after WrestleMania the night after. Just like all the big names have before in the past. Like, Brock Lesnar appeared the night after WrestleMania because it's like a kicking off to a new era, you know, basically like every year they change a little bit. But she didn't come out. And then I started thinking, where is the Divas matches? Period! You know, you had the intergender match, but that doesn't really count. Where's the women's match? The women's matches? Or the Divas? Or is the Divas on SmackDown? I don't know. It's just so confusing. I'm going to get mad and complain and say that Raw wasn't worth watching just because there wasn't a Divas match because the Divas match is what makes it. It's like a special feature on, you know, the best of 2011 Raw season set. And then The Rock, he came out and John Cena with his new shirt, his red shirt, he came out. And they had an exchange of words. Oh, yeah. They started talking, and they started going on and on and on, and there was Fruity Pebble chants, and there was Fruity Pebble signs, and then something that nobody saw coming. The fact that WrestleMania happens to be in where The Rock lives, maybe even his hometown, I can't even remember. And then they're like trying to pull off the whole Hogan thing by looking at each other, looking at the crowd, but I don't think the crowd was really buying it. And they were just kind of like, really? Really? A year from now? 365 days? The Rock versus Cena? Yeah, it's an epic match, but it's a whole freaking year. How are they going to keep everybody's interest level for a year? They might be able to do it. You know, The Rock said he's never going to leave, which, you know, means that he probably won't appear on Raw. In 365 days from now, he'll probably appear 3 times? 4? Not very many times. And, of course, Cena has to do other things. He has to, like, have other feuds. Or, I mean, this is going to make any sense. They cannot just be just them two together for a whole year. They'll probably do some tag matches together or some stupid crap. But that is pretty much it. Except, well, the Core came out and they got buried even more, which is fine by me because they're like, if, you know, the NWO Wolfpack, if the NWO Wolfpack sucked more than they did, then that is the Core. Oh, and plus all the cast of characters are a bunch of nobodies. Yeah. And basically, that's it. Now, since The Rock is going to WrestleMania, since The Rock had his big day, since The Rock did all this crap, and we know that Crystal has been talking a lot of crap about The Rock, and she really seems to not like The Rock. I think that we need to have Crystal on here again with me, Kronicz, and we need to have a little sit-down debate like we did about The Undertaker's little gimmick and song and everything. And I want her to try to explain to me how The Rock sucks. She needs to do this. Because I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know how The Rock could suck or how his character could suck or anything like that. But I'll promise you this. If we have a debate together, I will get her and everybody else all hooked on Kronicz.